you may be destroying your reputation without even realizing it. Not with one big mistake, not with some dramatic failure, but with small, silent habits that erode the respect people have for you, drop by drop, day after day. And here's the cruel truth. You might be repeating these patterns every single morning, every single conversation, every single choice. And by the time you notice, the damage is already done today. I'm going to reveal the toxic habits that are quietly sabotaging your image, stealing your credibility, and pushing people away from you if you want to be respected, remembered, and taken seriously. You must confront and eliminate every single one of them. But before we begin, I need to say this. This community, this channel, exists because of you. Every time you comment, every time you share, every time you watch until the end, you give us the strength to keep going deeper, to bring more value, to refine these lessons that can change lives. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You are not just a viewer. You are part of a movement of growth, reflection, and daily evolution. Now, listen carefully. When respect disappears, it is not an accident. It is the consequence of neglect, of invisible habits that pile up like dust on a table until one day the surface is completely covered. And if there's one philosophy that teaches us to see these patterns with clarity, it is Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Seneca taught, "The greatest sign of wisdom is to observe yourself with honesty." And that is exactly what we're about to do. We will strip away the excuses. We will look within. And we will face the four behaviors that quietly kill respect in the eyes of others. And even worse, in your own. So take a breath. What you're about to hear may be uncomfortable, but it may also be the most liberating moment of self-awareness you've had in a long time. Habit 1. Gossiping. The silent poison of relationships. It looks harmless. It feels innocent. Just small talk, just bonding, just something to laugh about. But gossip is a poison. And like all poisons, it spreads silently until the damage is irreversible. Here's the truth. Whoever gossips to you will gossip about you. And when you open your mouth to pass it on, you silently declare, "I am not trustworthy. I cannot be trusted with what is sacred. I feed on the weakness of others." I remember back in college, the air was thick with gossip. It was like a sport. Who was dating who failed what test, who secretly liked whom. One day, a private detail about a reserved classmate leaked out, and within hours, it was a joke on everyone's lips. She shut down completely, withdrawn, humiliated, and in that moment, I understood something. Gossip is never just talk. It leaves scars. It destroys trust. It kills respect. Epictetus warned, "If it does not concern you, do not say it. Do not listen to it. Do not pass it on. Because here's what happens. Even those who smile when you gossip are thinking, if they speak about others this way, what do they say about me?" So if you want to be respected, make this choice. Stop feeding on people, on ideas. Stop carrying poison. Carry wisdom. Small minds discuss people. Great minds discuss ideas. Which one will you choose to be? Habit 2. Being unreliable when your word loses its value. We live in a world drowning in promises. I'll be there. I'll help you. I'll change. But when the moment comes, excuses appear. Silence appears. And trust begins to die. When your word loses its value, you lose your value with it. I once made this mistake countless times. Cancelling plans, backing out last minute, believing that being flexible was harmless. Until one day, I missed a close friend's birthday party. She had prepared for weeks. Decorations, food, everything. I had promised I wouldn't miss it. But when the day came, I chose something else. I sent a quick text, expecting forgiveness. Her response was polite, but cold. The warmth between us never fully returned. I hadn't just missed a party. I had broken the unspoken contract of trust. Seneca wrote, "Nothing is more valuable than the commitment of a person of integrity." Reliability is not about being perfect. It is about being consistent. If you can't do it, don't promise. If you commit, deliver. If life gets in the way, communicate honestly and early. Because talent may open the first door, but reliability decides whether that door stays open. Respect is built not by what you say, but by over and over that your word means something. Habit 3. Interrupting when your anxiety speaks louder than your wisdom. It feels small, harmless. You cut in because you're excited, because you think you already know the answer, because you just can't wait. But interruption carries a hidden message. What I have to say is more important than what you are saying right now. And nothing erodes respect faster than that message. In the early days of my career, I was guilty of this constantly. I would jump in mid-sentence, eager to prove myself. Until one day, my manager looked at me and said words I will never forget. "You are always ready to speak, but rarely ready to listen." That hit me like a thunderbolt, because it was true. I wasn't listening. I was just waiting for my turn. That is not confidence. That is ego in disguise. The Stoics remind us we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we may listen twice as much as we speak. From SETI, I practiced Stoic listening. I paused, I breathed, I let others finish, and something miraculous happened. I earned more respect by speaking less. Because listening is not weakness. Listening is strength. If you want to be respected, stop rushing to speak. Master the discipline of silence. Respect begins where true listening begins. Habit 4. Complaining when negativity becomes your identity. We all complain. About the traffic, about the weather, about unfair people, about our jobs. But when complaining becomes a habit, it doesn't just release frustration. It creates a cloud that follows you everywhere. And here's the tragedy. People don't always know why they feel drained around you. They just know they don't want to stay. I lived this cycle myself. I complained about everything. Big or small, it didn't matter. Until a friend finally said, "Man, it seems like nothing is ever good enough for you." I was defensive at first, but deep down, I knew it was true. I had chained myself to the role of the victim. And that is the ultimate weakness, surrendering your power to what you cannot control. The Stoics offer the cure. Don't complain. Transform what you can. Accept what you can't. Rain will not stop because you lament it. Traffic will not ease because you curse it. But your attitude, that can change everything. From the moment I replaced complaining with either action or acceptance, I felt lighter, and so did the people around me. Ask yourself, do I speak more about problems or solutions? Do my words drain energy or give energy? Because no one respect's a constant complainer. Respect belongs to those who carry strength. Even in storms.com now. If you've stayed with me until now, you've proven something. You are willing to face yourself. And that is rare. The 4 habits that destroy respect are simple, but deadly: gossiping, being unreliable, interrupting, and complaining. But the good news is, every single one of them can be unlearned, replaced, and transformed. With discipline, with self-awareness, with daily practice of Stoic principles. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." I would add, the best way to earn respect is to rise above the habits that destroy it. So let me leave you with a challenge. Comment below, "I choose to be worthy of respect." And tell me, which of these 4 habits do you recognize most in yourself? And which one are you ready to change? Because growth begins the moment you admit the truth. And this community, this family of Stoic learners, exists to support you on that path. If this video spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Like it, subscribe, because here, philosophy is not just theory. It's practice. It's survival. It is transformation. And remember, you are the only one responsible for the energy you bring into the world. Bring what builds. Leave behind what destroys. Respect will follow.